Hey everyone, welcome back to Clutch Situation. I'm back with another mechanical pencil video, and I'm going to do a style of video that I've never done up until this point, and it's really time for this to happen on the channel, and that is that I've posted videos, I should say, about my top 10 mechanical pencils, but what about all the best of the rest? What about my honorable mentions? What are some pencils that people should really check out that I could compile all into one video, so maybe someone who's new to the channel could watch this video and sort of get a highlight reel of what isn't in my top 10 mechanical pencils that are pencils that you should really check out. And so I have a little over a dozen pencils that I want to show you today that are really great mechanical pencils. They don't quite make my top 10, but in my opinion, they are definitely great for you to check out. And so I'm just going to dive right into that. I'm going to start with an American manufactured mechanical pencil, and that is a pencil that was originally manufactured in Wisconsin and then it moved to Illinois, and that is Autopoint, which is a mechanical pencil manufacturer that has been around in the United States for decades, but its modern incarnation of it is still an awesome mechanical pencil that I highly recommend that people check out. And the one that you see in front of you is the Autopoint All-American Jumbo. It also comes in a slim variety as well. And you can get Autopoint mechanical pencils on jet pens. You can go to the Autopoint website. But in using this pencil, I've really loved the solid feel of the pencil. This is a thicker lead grade. I think that Autopoints come in 0.9 millimeter lead, and so I've loaded this one with 2B Einstein lead, which I love. Autopoint in the past has also made mechanical pencils with the old standard of 1.15 millimeter as well, and I'm not really sure what the status is on that, but I highly recommend that you check out Autopoint mechanical pencils. They come in several different varieties that I've already mentioned, and it's really great manufacturer. So they have a regular, or I guess a slim variety is what you call it, and then this model that I'm showcasing in this video is the Jumbo. You see this really interesting gray eraser. It's made of a pretty okay compound. I highly recommend the Autopoint All-American for people to check out. It's a solid pencil. By the way, it is a twist mechanism pencil, and it is an old style twist where you twist in one direction to get the lead to extend, and when you twist in the other direction, it does not retract the lead. This is an old style mechanical pencil. You twist it back, and then you can put the lead back into the pencil. But I highly recommend that people check these out. Next, I have a couple of Lamy pencils that I think, or Lamy, I never pronounce it quite correct. The most expensive one that I have in my collection was actually donated by a viewer from Australia, and I really appreciate his contributions. This is a Lamy 2000, a fiberglass body pencil. It's weighted really well. The tapering near the end feels really good in my hand. At times in the past, I've had the Lamy 2000 in my top 10, and it's a great mechanical pencil. And so if you're looking for a stylish mechanical pencil to add to your collection, this one's going to cost you a little bit. It's upwards in the $75 range. But it's a really elegant mechanical pencil. If you're looking for a modern style mechanical pencil to use in an office that is also aesthetically pleasing, the Lamy 2000 is a potential pencil for you. So check it out. Now, also manufactured by Lamy, which is a little bit easier to come by, is the Scribble. The Safari. Scribble is another variant of the Lamy line of mechanical pencils, but I want to highlight the Safari here, which is a mechanical pencil that can be found in the United States, at least, at specialty retailers like art stores and bookshops. There's a bookstore here in Omaha that sells Lamy mechanical pencils. Retractable sleeve, really comfortable grip, all plastic construction, but a really nice plastic construction, a very unique pocket clip, very springy. It's not necessarily going to stay clipped to things, but this is definitely a pencil that you should check out if you're looking for something stylish and elegant and with an ergonomic handle. This is the Lamy Safari. Definitely worth you checking out. I think retail in the Lamy Safari, if you do a little bit of price shopping, you can probably get this for as little as 12 USD, but I think retail price on it is in the 20 to 25 range. And so depending upon where you get it from, you might be able to save a little money. But check out the Lamy Safari, another one of my favorite mechanical pencils. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to acknowledge a line of mechanical pencils that really, in my opinion, it's like pick whatever is best for you. There are going to be differences in weighting and what's available for each of these individual pencils, but I highly recommend the Pentel Orenz line for people, especially if you are interested in a very fine line writing utensil. Let me bring this up to the camera. 0.2 millimeter, because the Pentel Orenz was originally designed for people to write Japanese kanji characters with, which you need a very fine line for that. And an Orenz is designed to be a one click, and then it has a sliding sleeve, and you can write for it because the lead is meant to barely, if at all, extend out from the sleeve of the pencil. So one click and you should be ready to write. You sort of have to write at a different angle in order to be able to write with it, but you get a very fine line with it as a result. And so this is the Pentel Orenz line. I was able to try out the Pentel Orenz, both metal and rubber grip pencils recently at Tokyo Pen Shop, and I liked both of them, but you know, I was trying to balance budgeting and funds, and I got some great pencils to review here on the site. I couldn't, you know, spend a maximum amount of money on everything, but I would recommend the classic Pentel Orenz. I would recommend the rubber grip Pentel Orenz, and I would recommend the metal grip Pentel Orenz. And Tokyo Pen Shop, Kimberly, if you're watching, we're still eagerly anticipating that Pentel Orenz Nero that was released in Japan. And at this stage, given that it's already July, I'm a little worried that it's going to turn out to be a Japan exclusive, that we may not be able to get those as readily in the United States without ordering direct from Japan. But I've held off on that one because I'm hoping that Tokyo Pen Shop is going to get them in stock so that I can purchase one from them. But 0.2 millimeter, 0.3 millimeter, you get very fine lead sizes in the Orenz line. Another great pencil to check it out. Let's go back in time one more time. And I'm going to go back to the 1990s. Dun, dun, dun. And specifically in the 1990s, in the heyday of what I would consider mechanical drafting pencils especially, we have the Pentel Quicker Clicker. And this is a vintage model of the Quicker Clicker. The Quicker Clicker has gone through several iterations over time. The original one has this smooth plastic grip. This is the one that I grew up with. I had the smoke gray variant of this. This is a translucent blue model that was readily available at retail in the 1990s. Side-click mechanical pencils, arguably the best side-click mechanical pencil based upon that solid Pentel mechanism that has ever been produced. There are a lot of people who are huge aficionados of the Pentel Quicker Clicker, and I am one of those. A shorter lead sleeve, so more designed for drafting, or more designed for writing or sketching than it is for drafting or other applications, but this is just a great pencil. And modern versions of this have come in rubberized or textured rubberized grips, and there was kind of a backlash from mechanical pencil users to Pentel over what they had done to the original Quicker Clicker, to the tune that at one point, a couple years after it was discontinued, they temporarily brought it back to give people an opportunity to purchase. And there's still quite a few of these out there. You can find them on eBay quite readily. But the Pentel Quicker Clicker is one of my favorite all-time mechanical pencils. I know quite a few people who are aficionados of it. I prefer the vintage, the original model version of the Quicker Clicker with this smooth plastic right here. It's the thickness that is best for me, somebody who likes a skinny grip. PDE-1 eraser, you can tell my model is a vintage model because it has that old green plastic compound that was present on old Quicker Clickers. Check it out. Pentel Quicker Clicker definitely deserves an honorable mention. Skillcraft is a manufacturer that, or a brand that is owned by the National Industries of the Blind, which is an organization that gives jobs to individuals with blindness who are able to have work usually assembling cleaning materials as well as writing instruments. And one of the instruments that they make is the Skillcraft Aviator. It is a multi-pen, black ink, red ink, I want to make sure I spell it correctly. Skillcraft and mechanical pencil. This is called the Aviator. And specifically, it's the B3 Aviator. It's called the Aviator because the Skillcraft B3 is in a matte black that meets regulations for Navy and Air Force pilots. They can't bring writing utensils into their jets that would be reflective, that could potentially have the sun get in their eyes and prevent them from being able to see what they're doing while they're out there. It also is a multi-pen specifically because when my understanding is when they're doing a lot of their recording of, and I don't know what they're recording, folks, honestly. Altitudes, data on their missions, so hopefully somebody can chime in the comments and tell me a little more about it. But they need to have 2 different colors of ink and a pencil available to them in a compact package that will fit in a flight suit. Very strong pocket clip. Does have an eraser on the end, but I don't know how often you're going to have 2 hands that are available to do any erasing. When you're a pilot, pilots chime in if there are any pilots in the audience. But the Skillcraft Aviator B3 Multipen is just an awesome writing instrument for the civilian user as well. And so these can be ordered online, comes in a really attractive package. I believe it is D1 ballpoint refills that go for the Multipen. And then, of course, it's a 0.5 millimeter mechanical pencil that you can fill with whatever you want. I love the Skillcraft Aviator Multipen. It is one that I recommend to everybody. It isn't quite in my top 10 because the mechanical pencil mechanism isn't quite up to my standards in terms of what I would like in a dedicated mechanical pencil. But as writing instruments go, the Skillcraft Aviator is one of my favorites. Check it out. Let's go back to Uni Toga. Okay, because I'm sort of famous for not being a fan of the Toga because of the spongy feel of the tip. But I'm going to recommend 2 Togas in this video because I don't want you all to think that I'm just a generalized Toga hater, like I wouldn't recommend them to people. Not true. I don't put them on my top 10. They're not my cup of tea, but a lot of people are huge fans of the Toga, and so I want to mention to you the 2 Togas that I think that are the best models that I've tried out. And we have a lot of choices. There's the basic model, there's the high-grade model, there's the Roulette model, there's the pipe slide, and coming up on the channel, I have ordered a Uni Toga Advance that is coming so that we can check that out and I can give you my insights and to see if they've fixed some of the common problems with the Toga. I selected these 2 models to feature in this video because I think that these are the best currently of what's offered by Uni for their Toga line. And that is the Toga Pipe Slide, which I have my version in blue right here, which is a retractable and extendable sleeve. Okay, and so it appears as if my retraction mechanism is, there we go. All right, so you can retract the Uni Toga pipe slide model, which this feature is apparently now included in the Advance. And so given the old price of the Toga pipe slide, these have come down in price. The Advance has a retractable sleeve, so keep that in mind. Let's just go ahead and do a little bit of writing with it. I also like that the sleeve on it isn't as hypodermic as a standard mechanical pencil lead sleeve. I think that makes the pipe slide a little bit more unique. So at number 7, I'm going to put the Uni Toga line is just something that you should check out. And specifically, right now, I think the pipe slide is part of what Uni has best to offer. And the Toga Roulette has metal knurling. This is probably the most well-engineered of all the Toga pencils. Oh, I should also mention that the Toga does come in the Alpha Gel model as well. So there are quite a few Togas out there, but I think the 2 best are currently the pipe slide and the Roulette, and then when I get a chance to review the Advance here in a little bit, you'll be able to check that out. So check out those Uni Toga mechanical pencils. Great pencils. Okay? If you want bang for your buck, I don't think there's much better out there than the Zebra M701. Many people are aware of the Zebra M301, which is readily available at big box stores in the United States, but the M701, not as easy to come by. It is a lovely metal-cased, metal-knurled mechanical pencil that is also quasi-pocket safe. It has a great mechanism, metal mechanism, great pocket clip. What most zebra pencils lack is a good eraser, and there's a tiny eraser here, but this eraser is docked really well, very little wiggle on it. And so if you are looking for a zebra model mechanical pencil that is kind of a tank, I highly recommend the Zebra M701 to people. It's a solid package, nice knurling. I've really enjoyed using it. And speaking of solid mechanical pencils, we have a Taiwanese manufactured mechanical pencil, the TWSBI Precision. It comes in a fixed tip. It comes in a retractable tip. My big criticism of it is that it's heavy and I'm not crazy about the knurling on it, but it's still a fine pencil. And man, is it really a good deal for what you pay for it. The cost of a TWSBI Precision mechanical pencil is $25. It comes in a nice gift case. You get erasers, you get spare leads, and the erasers on these TWSBI Precision mechanical pencils are huge. They just keep going and going and going, and you get all sorts of extra erasers with it as well. And so I highly recommend that you check out TWSBI products. If you are a fountain pen enthusiast, TWSBI also makes really interesting, modern style looking fountain pens. That might be worth looking into, but I've seen some very positive reviews of fountain pens on their YouTube channel and throughout the web, and so check that out. But in terms of mechanical pencils, TWSBI has this excellent addition of a mechanical pencil that is really solidly manufactured, the TWSBI Precision. Hey, we have a Rotring entering the honorable mentions list, and it is the Rotring Rapid Pro. For a very long time, the Rotring Rapid Pro was in my top 10. In fact, until recently, I recently took it out of my top 10. The only reason I removed the Rapid Pro from my top 10 is because of the way the weight is distributed across it. It is a heavy pencil. It's got a decent knurling. I don't think the knurling on it is as nice as the knurling that comes on the Rotring 600. It's not quite the same. It's a sliding and retractable sleeve, so it's got all sorts of features that a lot of people are going to like. This is a pencil that was introduced by Sanford when Sanford took over the Rotring line. I recommend that you check it out if you were looking for a really solid mechanical pencil, but I'm going to warn you, watch out for hand fatigue. I think that the weight is distributed quite a bit over the course of the entire pencil, and I get a lot of hand fatigue while writing with it, but it is still a fine writing instrument that I would recommend to anyone. Let's go back in time to the Pentel S55. Classic office model, still available as new old stock, but it's a little bit of a challenge. It reminds me a lot of the Parker Jotter lines. It was probably developed as a competitor to the Parker Jotter, would be my guess, because the original Parker Jotter has this plastic bottom and a metal top. And I like the Parker Jotter too. It's a fine pencil, but with a Pentel mechanism, I'm going to go with the S55 every time. Check out the Pentel S55 as a great office style pencil. It's very compact, very lightweight, very interesting tapering with a faceted grip right here. I think that it's worth checking out if you're a collector, if you're looking for a lightweight but still high quality Pentel mechanical pencil that you could have in an office and would allow you to sort of blend in to the background. Some people don't want to show off their mechanical pencils, you know. Some people just want to blend into the background and have a mechanical pencil that works great for them that isn't going to draw attention to them. And that's okay too. So check out the Pentel S55. How about something from Pilot? Well, let's go ahead and throw the Pilot Dr. Grip in there as well. My particular variant is a G-Spec variant in 0.9 millimeter. The Pilot Dr. Grip line comes in 0.3, 0.5, 0.7, 0.9, and it's known for its ergonomic grip. You'll probably notice on this video that if you have a house with pets, that silicone grip tends to attract dog hair. Okay, so that's something that you got to be aware of. A lot of these have interchangeable grips. Mine is a shaker version of a pencil, but I keep coming back to this thing. I really like this ergonomic grip that they've designed with it. So, Pentel. Oh, wow. Whew. No. Pilot. Sorry for the error there. Pilot Dr. Grip mechanical pencil. Mine is burgundy and 0.9 millimeter. You can take the shaker mechanism out of this, by the way. If you like the styling on some of the G-spec versions of this, you can get a shaker version pencil and just take the shaker out. Okay, because all it is a little metal tube inside of it. So if I unscrew this part, do this, there's the shaker right there. Whoops, and all the lead's coming out as well. So let's get that back in there, refeed. This is the shaker. It's just a metal tube that works to advance the lead. So you can keep that in there or you can take it out. Your call. Screw that back on there. Okay, but Pilot Dr. Grip, great pencil. You can get the pure black version of this at most office supply stores for about 10 bucks. Okay, so worth checking out. You know, one thing that I haven't featured on the channel for a long time, a brand that I haven't featured for a long time that has some great pencils that I want to make sure that everybody is aware of is Faber-Castell. And I have 3 Faber-Castell pencils that I want to squeeze into the video here. The first one that I want to showcase is the Faber-Castell Grip 2011. I guess this is a pencil that came out in 2011 and has raised silicone nubs all along the barrel of the pencil. Kind of a unique design. It's feature rich like a lot of Faber-Castell pencils are. It has a conical retractable lead sleeve. This is the Faber-Castell Grip 2011. You know, one thing that I have to say about Faber-Castell mechanical pencils is that they come with a really interesting soft lead. It's labeled always as HB, but it sort of has a 2B feel to me, and I'm okay with that because I like 2B lead. This one is in 0.7. It comes in a huge variety of different colors. These are a little bit trickier to get in the United States. I think this particular version of it I purchased from Cult Pens out of the UK, I want to say, because I was placing a big order and it turned out that the overall cost to me wasn't any more to order it along with it. They're nice in that they come with a twist-up eraser, a very nice twist-up eraser, so very feature-rich. And there are other Faber-Castell pencils that are like this that I think people should check out as well, besides the Grip 2011. This is a great pencil, but maybe you aren't a fan of a thicker grip. Maybe you want a thinner grip or an ergonomic grip. Well, your pencil might be the Faber-Castell Grip 1345. I also think this comes as model number 1347, a 0.7 millimeter version of it. It basically just has a rubber tapered or fluted grip, I suppose, at the end, which gives for a nice grip. Strong pocket clip, okay, and also a nice little twist-up eraser. Okay, so very feature-rich. A lot of these Faber-Castell pencils are very feature-rich. So at number 14 at this list, I'm going to throw down the Faber-Castell Grip 1345 and 1347 are also worth checking out. Great pencils. How about the TK line of Faber-Castell pencils? The one thing that is controversial for me about the TK line of Faber-Castell pencils is that you'll notice that I have the TK Fine Executive here. I feel confident recommending the TK Fine Executive to people. This one particular version is in 0.5, okay? Retractable conical lead sleeve. Sort of a fluted ribbed plastic grip. Great pocket clip, extendable eraser. You can see that there's a lot of things that a lot of these Faber-Castell pencils have in common. Many of you know that there is a Faber-Castell TK Fine Vario that is out there that has things like the ability to control whether or not the lead sleeve is spongy or fixed, or firm, I should say. The ability to control how much lead comes out on a click. The buzz on that TK Fine Vario that I keep reading over and over again online is that the thing breaks. If you're a fan of the TK Fine Vario and you think otherwise, post in the comments and tell us a little bit about your experience so that we can get some confidence from you in what we should look for in this pencil. Because I've been a little reticent to pick up the TK Fine Vario because of those criticisms. I get a lot of people posting how they don't think it's worth the cost based upon the fact that it tends to break. Now, I haven't had any problem with any of my other Faber-Castell pencils, and so maybe that's a signal that I should just jump right into it, but I don't have unlimited money. And so as a result of that, I purchase things that I think that I see myself using. I don't just purchase pencils to have them. Okay, let's go ahead and go with a Tul Mechanical Pencil. retractable conical sleeve. This mechanical pencil was put out on the market by Office Max. Is it Office Depot or is it Office Max? I'm pretty sure it's Office Max put out the Tul Mechanical Pencil. And they have more than mechanical pencils. They have the standard battery of pens and fountain pens, etc., that have this Tul branding. Soft, rubberish exterior, twist-up eraser. Pretty good price point. They've come down in price, so I think you get 2 of them for $6.99 at Office Max, Office Depot. But it's a good package. I did an exchange with a gentleman. I got 2 of these in a package. I sent one of them to a gentleman in France, and he sent me some mechanical pencils back for me to check out. And so that was a fun exchange as well. I've done exchanges through Australia, through France. I was hoping to do an exchange through Canada, but that seems to have fallen through. And so if you were that user who is going to send me some pencils from Canada, I still have not received anything. Maybe you weren't able to send them, okay? But I love doing international exchanges. Okay, and then finally, one that I recently reviewed that I think is worth throwing up on this honorable mentions list for you to check out is, let's get the brand in there, the Pentel Technica-X. This is one of these discontinued pencils, but some new old stock is still available. And so if I star the Pentel Technica-X or the Pentel S55 or the Pentel Quicker Clicker vintage model, I'm starring mechanical pencils here that are no longer available at retail. So those are maybe ones that you want to search eBay for to check out. But the Pentel Technica-X as retractable sleeve pencils go, fully retractable sleeves. This thing really impressed me. People on the channel have commented on the Papermate Apex. I have not had one of those in hand, and so I can't specifically comment on it, but a lot of people feel like the Papermate Apex, which has a retractable tip mechanism similar to the Technica-X, was sort of the heyday of Papermate products. Many of you who know modern Papermate products tend to be very cheaply made, but old Papermate products had better construction. And so a lot of people are recommending that Papermate Apex. So maybe check that out. I can't really put it on my honorable mentions list here because I haven't tried it, and so I don't want to recommend something that I haven't tried. But here you go. Here's 17 pencils or lines of pencils that I think are worth you checking out if you are on a search for the perfect mechanical pencil for you, or are looking to go beyond what I post in my top 10 videos, or you don't want to search through all my reviews and want to have a video that highlights some of the best of the rest. Well, this video is for you, and so I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching the channel. Feel free to comment down below and share your love for the hobby. If you have any questions, go ahead and post those questions below. And if you want to like my videos, you can. That's entirely up to you. Remember, I'm doing this as sort of a little outlet for me that allows me to get some work-life balance in there and have a little hobby outside of my stuff that I do for my profession and outside of my gaming hobby that I participate in as well. And so I'm hoping you're enjoying the videos. This video is the best mechanical pencils outside of my top 10, and I hope you do a little bit of research and check some of these out. Thanks for watching. Have a good evening.